Okay, here's the setup. As you can see, it's kind of a mess, but basically you have this battery pack that powers your camera. You have a camera that's a night vision camera. It's basically a infrared camera. And then you have this little pair of glasses here that it's made for a drone, but it has a AV connection that you can hook up to the camera, to the night vision camera, and you can hook it up to the camera to the battery pack, and then that works as a pretty good night vision setup. It takes about 5 minutes to hook up, as you can see. Got everything taped together with black tape. All the wires are taped together with black tape. You can just run this wire, stick it in your pocket, and then the rest of it will be up here for you to use. Here's a couple of things to keep in mind, so that you're going to be able to choose from a couple different kinds of cameras. You'll see that there's an 850 nanometer camera and a 940 nanometer camera. If you get the 850 nanometer camera, it's going to emit a faint red glow in the dark. The 940 nanometer cameras, or illuminators for the cameras, they are not visible to the naked eye. You need something else to see those. This one happens to be a 940. I've tried several different things. I tried the 850s and several different designs and several different headsets, and found I liked the 940 in this particular camera setup best. The other thing to remember is countermeasures. So countermeasures are pretty easy for this thing. For example, let me just turn this on here. Now when I turn it on, you can see, look at that, it lights up like a Christmas tree. So if I look at that with the naked eye, I don't see anything. But all it takes is a video camera and it lights up. And since we're talking about the zombie apocalypse here, this is going to be right over your brain area, which will lead the zombies directly to the thing that they're looking for. So that could be a little bit of a problem for the zombie apocalypse. And I don't know the solution to that except for buying a several $1,000 night vision setup that uses maybe external illumination or other kinds of illumination that aren't as inexpensive and as what we've got here. Now, so the other thing that you could do is you could possibly do a, you could have, if you know the zone that the zombies are going to be in, you could have external illuminators, things that are outside, that are in the environment that you're going to be encountering zombies, but that are not right in your brain area where the zombies might try to attack. So I have this flashlight. It's an infrared flashlight. You could carry that in your hand. Again, as you can see, that lights up like a Christmas tree. That has a faint red glow because it's a 850 nanometer illuminated flashlight instead of the 940. But nonetheless, you could put this somewhere, or you can buy, there are other illuminators that you can buy that plug into USB or other places to set up around your environment, and then you don't have illumination right at your brain area for the zombies. So if the zombies are wearing night vision goggles like these, or any night vision goggles, they'll be able to quickly see you, because you'll, again, light up like a Christmas tree if you have some of these illuminators. So so that is some of the issues. One of the other issues is that most of these cameras are not going to come with a regular RCA connection. They have what's called a BNC connection. So you can see that's kind of a little bit of a weird connector. But fortunately, Amazon and eBay and all kinds of other places make these BNC to RCA adapters. So you'll be able to buy one of those and connect it up, and it'll connect up just fine. So basically, your minimum parts list is going to be, you're going to need a night vision camera. You're going to need a battery pack to power that night vision camera. Make sure it's the right voltage and has the right power connector for it. You're going to need a set of glasses, or they also make drone, if you look at, they're called an FPV headset. They're for drones. So the other thing you could do is this particular one will work for a drone as well, and I can show you that later in another video, but it'll actually, so you can try and find the zombies using your drone, and then when they've entered your location, then you can switch to the night vision and interact with the zombies at that point. So then the other thing that you may need is you may need some adapters, but there's really probably a minimum of 3 parts you'll need that all connect like Legos, and potentially a 4th part, maybe some adapters to put it together. But you can do this for about $100 to $150 depending on what you want to do. The cameras, the batteries are super cheap. The goggles, of course, are a little bit more expensive. I paid $100 for the goggles. Probably paid about $10 for the camera, another $10 for the battery. So there you go. In the next segment, I'm going to talk a little bit about maybe some of the searches you might do on eBay to find some of these parts. Okay, so if you're going to look on eBay for some of these parts, the search that I would do to find the glasses, this is kind of a weird search, but I would search for 62-inch LCD glasses. I don't know why. Apparently it makes a 62-inch big screen TV when you look at it. I don't believe that that's true. It's kind of weird, but that's where these things seem to show up, is under 62-inch LCD screen, or 62-inch FPV glasses is what I would look for. If you're looking for the camera, just look for 940 nanometer camera. Just do a search for 940 nanometer camera, and you should come up with a bunch of selections, anywhere from $10 to on up, as high as you want to go. So for the battery pack, just do a search for CCTV battery pack, or CCTV battery. One thing to note on the glasses, so they are a little spendy. These glasses are $100. These ones right now, so I paid $100 for them. To get the same ones is probably about $170 right now on eBay. But for under $50, you can actually get if you do a FPV drone, if you type in FPV drone goggles or FPV drone glasses, you'll find some other ones that aren't quite, they're not like glasses, they're a little thicker profile, and those are going to cost you maybe under $50. You can get a set of those. So if you're okay with them being a little bit bigger, then you can spend a little less money and you won't get the glasses. One more thing I wanted to point out on these glasses is these glasses actually have 2 cameras, or two screens in there, and it's supposed to make a single image. It didn't work out so well for me. I guess your head has to be exactly the right size for the glasses, otherwise you get kind of some shadowing, some ghosting, I guess. So I actually put a piece of black tape over one of the screens, and I just kind of looked through the other screen. But maybe they'll fit your head a little better, and that'll work a little better for you. If you get the cheaper ones, they only have a single screen, and so you don't have to worry about that, because you're not going to have the focal or the differences in your head. So there you go. There's how you do a no solder, cheap night vision goggles with high resolution video. Enjoy.